question and answer period. So we're going to move into closing statements. Bob, you may want that microphone back because we're going to start with you and then move towards me down the panel. Because we've been so efficient with our time, you have 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes for your closing statements.
I guess I'll start where I began before, thanking you very much for including Margaret in your endorsement process this evening. It's an honor to be here. I would be honored to have your endorsement. However, if you choose to endorse the other 3, I'll be delighted that you endorse 3 Margaret council members. It's important that we get your endorsement at this time. We don't know who else may enter this race. For the integrity of Margaret government, it's important for the residents of Narberth that the candidates have been vetted, I believe, by this body. Sometimes people in our communities aren't cooperative. They don't particularly want to support good government, and they get involved in kind of in negative ways, and that's why I think this process is really important. If I'm not elected, I'd like to be elected again. I'll be one of only two council members, if re-elected, to have more than 2 years' experience on the council. I think I understand how the legislative process works, the interrelationships between the council, the boards and commissions, and I'd like to help future council members make our government work well. We've managed to reorganize in the past few years. We have a new borough management. We have a new public works director. We have a brand new police department. I've been involved in hiring each and every one of those officers, including our chief of police. And I'm very proud of our new police force. It's every bit as, I think, on par with Laura Marion. I think it helps Laura Marion that we're no longer, dependent on being kind of like surrounded by an excellent police force and being here in the donut hole. We will roll out brand new parking and traffic controls in the coming future. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you again for listening to all of us. There is a lot of wisdom on the council among the senior members that have served for years, and they've helped the newer folks, including me, learn the ropes. We all come from different professions, and so there's a lot to learn, and it's a steep learning curve. And I've learned a lot, but there's a lot more I can learn. And so I'm personally hoping that Bob is still on it. We need seasoned people that really know how to do this work. Part of what I'm learning is how to work with different commissions and boards, and how to benefit from their collective wisdom. So I'm running to retain my seat, and I would be delighted to have your endorsement. For me, it's kind of now or never when it comes to climate change. So I see the next few years as our do or die moment, and I think we're all reminded of that every time we read the New York Times. So the good news is that Narberth, as a municipality, is in a position to do this work, and that's because of the work of Bob Weisberg, Gigi Tuckenbacher, Aaron Muderich, that have built the staff and built the capacity so that we can now move beyond the kind of cleanup work or the maintenance work of codifying our laws, for example, and move on to the future-oriented work, which is climate change, first and foremost.
Thank you very much.
So people who know my work would say 3 things about me. 1, I don't give up. I am tenacious, but in a very inclusive way. 2, I love working my tail off for good government. I'm crazy, but it's one of the things that make me tick. And 3, I lift people up and I bring them together to get things done. That's my superpower. So one quick example of those skills at work. In 2016, Russians tried hacking into the elections in 21 states. And I'm not talking about built an election security community of over 350 volunteers across Montgomery County. And thanks. And I'm proud to say that in 2019, every Montgomery County citizen will now be voting on a secure and auditable voting system that is recommended by cybersecurity. And we're still expanding. In year 2, we started moving our work into Harrisburg, into Delaware County, and into Philadelphia. So I'm very proud of that work, and I'm Mona Elshutz, and if I'm elected, I will bring those skills to work on Borough Council. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Well, I once again want to thank the committee for being here, and thank our moderator, Susan. And I'm also very appreciative of the candidate training workshop that John Schreier, Nina, and Sam put on that helped me with the process as a first-time political candidate. So I think I've been listening to my fellow NARBs giving their policy priorities and the things they're excited about, and I'm hearing decisions on 201 Sabine, the property there, bicycle infrastructure, Station Circle, playground improvements, sidewalks. So not only am I in agreement, but I've spent a lot of time working on these issues through Rec Board and through Arbor 2050. So I'm excited about the opportunity to take up these issues as a member of Borough Council, and I feel that I have a lot of background working on these issues locally already. Like I said, I also broad feel that climate change is the main issue of our day, and locally, I think that the new development is the main issue of the moment here in Arbor. So I see an opportunity to encourage greener new development, and I feel that should we do that, should we make a link between transit-oriented development, greener buildings, that the community will be more pleased with the outcome of this development process. I think right now, people are very skeptical of the new buildings that are going up, and I think Borough Council has an opportunity to work to make them greener and more acceptable to the community at large. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill.
So, first of all, thank you for everybody who came out. Thank you for everybody who participated and submitted questions. Thank you to everybody up here. There's so many great ideas, and frankly, I would say that I feel really lucky and really optimistic about living in this township. My wife is at home right now with my 2 little kids, and like many of you, we could live anywhere, and we've chosen to live here in part because we have roots, but also in part because this is a great place where great things can happen. And I think that we're at an inflection point. We're obviously dealing with zoning. I'm listening to folks from Narberth talk about, a 3 or 4 story building as their decision point. I'm looking at 90 feet tall plus, an attic on Bell Avenue and saying the scale isn't exactly the same. I wish it was. But nonetheless, we're going to make a lot of decisions over the next couple of years that are going to impact us and impact our kids. It's the development issue, it's environmental issues, it's about inclusion and making sure that there's a home for everybody in this township. It's about making sure that this township stays affordable, and I'm not just talking about affordable housing, I'm talking about middle income people where both of them work and they can't afford to buy a house here. So, we have a lot of great things going on, but this is also a moment where a lot of change can happen, and we need to make sure that change is for the better. I hope that I'll have your support because I think it's great to talk about all these things. I think one of the important things is also, are we going to be able to implement them? And we can talk all we want, but if we can't enlarge our circle, if we can't be engaging with our civic associations, the folks who volunteer for our fire companies and at our libraries and all the other organizations that we've got going on, if we can't engage the bicycle community and the disabled community and the senior community, we're fighting with one arm behind our back. So I hope I'll have your support, and most importantly, I hope that our community will continue to have your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
I care about our community where we've lived for almost 25 years. You know that I'll be a strong advocate for our trail, for better sidewalks and bike lanes for walkability and safety, and better public transit. You know that I am thoughtful and responsive and a creative problem solver, and that I believe in good government, not in promoting ideas and policies that are illegal. You know my ethics and can trust me. I share your progressive values. I will always be open to your ideas about how to improve our community. I will provide leadership for progressive government as Commissioner in Ward 13. I ask for your support. Thank you.
David?
Thanks. I too want to thank everybody for being here. I have to say, I kind of wasn't looking forward to it. I've never run for anything. I thought, what is this going to be? And the takeaway is, it's really impressive, the power of civic engagement. And not only great ideas, and a lot coming from the NARPA campus, but the sense that we can do better for our community. And a lot of it emanates not necessarily from the top down, but from organizations, the Kenwood Heritage Trail, Ballard Walks, organizations that are promoting walking, biking, greening, the development of sidewalks. And I think that the takeaway for me is that it's an interactive process, that we can learn from each other, but it's really important to listen, it's important to be engaged, and because I think even a 5-year-old understands the concept of due process and being heard. And if there's one thing I've learned in my 32 years of being a trial lawyer is that everybody has the right to be heard and listened to and have a sense that they got a fair shake. And I think if we can get that from our elected officials, at least here, maybe not in the White House, but if we can get a sense that we have a fair shake, then we're doing well, we're all better for it. So I'm asking for your support as Commissioner for Ward 9. Thank you all.
Better at this by now.
I just wanted to go over things that I would bring to the board. I mean, there's plenty of attorneys on the board, believe me, but many of you don't know I actually have a master's in business administration, and I worked in accounts payable for the Office of the Governor while I lived in Texas. But I also think I bring a unique perspective. I'm a Hispanic male that grew up with deaf parents, and I have a unique understanding of what it is to go through that, to understand that people with disabilities have needs, and those needs should be met. And I have always been an advocate for those people. I do it, I've done it for my parents, I do it with my pro bono services, and I would do it on the board. You know, I see our township at a touch point where we need to have measured development and we need to take some of the power back. In the last 1 or 2 years, we have seen a little bit of that. We have seen commissioners actually say no to projects, go back to the drawing board, come back. And I want to be part of that process. And the last thing I want to tell you is, when you're deciding who to endorse for Ballard, Kenwood, and Ward 9, you're not making a decision just for Ward 9. You're making a decision for you and the township. When time and time again, commissioners have to vote on issues that are not inside their backyard. And my question to you is, who do you want sitting there casting a vote for an issue that's in your backyard and in your township? I submit to all of you want that person to be me. Because you know what my attitude is towards things in our township. I've been consistent about it for over 5 years, and I would get the job done. So I'm asking for your endorsement and support to be the Commissioner of Ward 9. Thank you.
So we did it. I want to thank all of our candidates for coming tonight. And thank all of you for coming and hearing their views. So thank you and good night. Wait a minute. Adjust the gun.
Not done with me yet. As chair, I get the closing word here. So, listen, I had the privilege of sitting in on the interviews of all of these candidates, and now you know what I know. that we are really blessed here in Lower Merion to have a slate like this before us, and I wish we had more slots so everybody could get a job. So with that said, a round of applause for everybody. And I think they did a wonderful job. We heard a lot of great ideas here tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming. And before you go, there's one more job for you in the audience. If you have not yet signed the petitions on the back table, please do so. They're for the judges, the countywide slate of commissioners and row officers. There's 2 rows, so you can just run down the line and sign up. And last but not least, we will see you, committee people, Thursday at MCDC convention and next Wednesday for the school board forum. Thank you.